Welcome to the R&B Only show. Please note that the opinions expressed here belong solely to the hosts and guests, not to Colors Worldwide Inc., our affiliates, or sponsors. The content is provided as is for entertainment and information purposes only, without any guarantees of accuracy or completeness. Colors Worldwide Inc. is not liable for any errors or omissions, nor does mentioning products or services imply endorsement. This disclaimer is subject to change, and we encourage our audience to stay updated.
Big announcement alert, heavy announcement alert. R&B Only will be on this year's Roots Picnic.
Pow, pow, pow. It just seems like Ari Lennox is always in the news. And I think it's because of the way that she uses her social media.
Nah, his best albums were behind him by that time.
R&B Only.
Welcome to episode 5 of the R&B Only show. I'm your co-host, Jovy E.
And my name is Tiara, Monique, West. Welcome back. How you feeling, Jovy?
Welcome back. Ooh, I don't know. Something got to be in Gatorade and retrograde. Something's got to be out of whack because life just.
I heard the planet was in Aquarius. I think that's what it is.
Child,
No,
I don't
know.
I don't know.
I be trying to keep up with that zodiac stuff, but I can just feel when something's off. And right now, something is off.
Yeah, something is off.
Plus, it's hella wet out here.
It's just nasty weather outside
They're
again.
doing cloud seeding and stuff, so we got extra water. Too much floods.
I thought California was supposed to be like sunny. And
No, it always rains in Southern California. Don't listen to Tony. Lies. But anyway, how was your week?
It was definitely a jam-packed week. We was moving and grooving.
Yeah.
Had a lot on our schedules, but we out here muscling through. How was your week?
It was good, I'm a survivor. Exactly. We go through stuff, we get through stuff, but it's all good.
I feel like you guys could be more direct. Of like that was super general, right?
What?
Like, how was your week? We were moving and grooving. What specifically happened?
Oh, okay.
How was your week, Jovy?
Damn, how was my week? Honestly, I don't even know. We definitely had a lot on our schedules this week. We had some folks stop into the office for singing in the shower,
Okay, you've been
which
working.
was cool. We also had a work conference in Santa Barbara where the team went, got some nuggets of wisdom.
Best forums.
Right. Shout out
Fest
Forums,
Forums.
Santa Barbara.
But yeah, it was a jam-packed week. How was your week?
It was
This is the
good,
problem when you have the boss on the podcast.
Oh, yeah, he's like
Damn,
directing. We haven't even
like,
introduced this man yet. Jabari's here, y'all, in case you haven't heard him.
Get your
He
foot
wants
off
us
my
to.
neck.
He's executive producing the show live on the show also. But my week was great. Like we said, went to Fest Forums, came back, had the DJ a party. It was cool. Throwback. I like when I can touch my roots a little bit more and not have to DJ for thousands of people. It's like practice when there's only 50 people in the room and they looking right at me. It's almost like more nerve wracking than being on stage when there's thousands of people because I have to engage with each and every person in the room. People are coming up to me making requests. I'm like, I want to say no, but I want to get booked again. So I play it. But anyway, yeah, so my week was great. Driving up here today was crazy. It took me like 2.5 hours. It's raining heavy as hell in California, but we needed the rain. We need some water. LA River is flowing right now. It's not dry at all. So if you got a rubber ducky, throw that bitch in.
Not a rubber ducky.
Yeah, you might even go fishing in that. Might find some catfish, red snapper, something. Y'all hungry? Anyway, new in R&B this week.
Lots of stuff.
Lots of stuff. You see, that's why we got the boss man in here because that Roots Picnic lineup dropped 2024. Headlining Jill Scott, Lil Wayne, Nas, Gunna.
Yeah.
Who else we got? We got
Fuck
some more
you,
names
we.
on there.
Victoria Monet.
Victoria Monet. Can't forget.
Fantasia.
Money Long.
This is a great, honestly, Roots Picnic is one of my favorite festivals as like a ticket buying customer. They do it right. The lineup is always good. They got something for the young folks. They got something for the aunties and uncles. Yeah. It's spaced out. It's not like they have a bunch of little activations. Like they always do a good job. And they did it even better this year because
that's why Jabari Johnson here, y'all.
Yeah, that's why I'm
you want to make the
on
announcement?
the lineup.
Yeah, so big announcement alert. Heavy announcement alert.
Boyka.
R&B Only will be on this year's Roots Picnic. And this is a very, very special moment because,
Yes, it is.
when I started this company, I, wanted to. It's actually a full circle moment, right?
Yeah.
So let me give a little backstory.
Get into it,
take your
Jabari.
time.
'Cause I
Make
had
some
questions,
noise,
but
y'all.
look,
What the fuck?
I ain't even gotta ask the questions. You getting right into it,
I always saw, us DJing and producing shows, and I always looked at this as a art form in itself, right? Like taking people on this journey of R&B music is very thoughtful, and we're not necessarily making the music, but the way we're presenting the music and curating the music and the experience in general is an art form in itself. So before we started to throw our own festivals, like I was like, man, if I could just, and on top of this, from a business standpoint, we were selling a lot of tickets for, from a long time ago. And so I always thought it would be a great way for us to get more people in tune with the audience and then provide value to other festival producers by booking us as talent on festivals. So it was something I was pitching for a very, very long time. And, I was trying to get us on the biggest to the smallest festivals that I thought would be a great matchup. And I thought that we could, bring our audience to their festival and people would want to see us in that light. But to be honest, so many people just didn't get it and didn't understand. And so after about 2 years of like meeting with a bunch of agents and, meeting with the festival promoters directly, I just was like, man, I'm just gonna do my own festivals. And so I think we're 4 or 5 festivals in, something like that, of our own R&B Only Fest.
We're about to be on number 5.
Yeah, we're about to be on number 5. And I was like, it's cool. Like if nobody wants to book us on these festivals, it's all good. We have a substantial touring business, and we can produce these experiences on our own. But there was still something in me that wanted to.
I mean, of course, because these are stages that the biggest of biggest names are touching. We're more than deserving of it.
Yeah, and I just really was like, I wanted the ability to compete as a festival act. You know what I mean? Like and really be able to showcase. It's all about showcasing what we do to a audience that is unfamiliar to us. You know what I mean? And I really know that you and I, Tiara, are gonna be on that stage, giving it our all, just like it was one of our shows. And
every time,
what we're gonna bring to Roots Picnic is gonna be something really special. And I just really want to shout out, the folks at Live Nation Urban. So big shout out Sean G, Brandon Pankey. Big shout out my man B from Broccoli City, Brandon. I just think that first off, there's gonna be some more festivals that you guys see us on in the coming months.
Message.
But I really want to dispel the notion that, urban events, black events are like everybody's in competition with one another.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I think it was a big statement for, people to just just because we produce festivals on our own does not mean that, anybody else producing festivals is like a competitor. You know what I mean? Like I think we can all stand to gain a lot by working with each other.
Yes, collaboration.
And collaboration is great. Not you don't always need to collaborate with people, but when it makes sense and it's right, that's what it's about, man. And I'm just really excited to be on the stage with, the likes of. First off, you guys talked about some of the big artists, but I mean,
yeah, Babyface is on here.
Babyface is
Amy
on here.
Robert
Tyler's on
Glasper.
here. Marsha
Andre
Ambrosia.
3000.
Yeah.
Like, come
Yeah.
on.
No, it's a
100,000.
big. It's a Leon Thomas.
Even
Yeah,
Shorty,
Leon Thomas.
Kenya Vaughn,
Yep.
that's a sleeper right there.
Kenya Vaughn is doing
I'm
amazing.
excited
to
Shout out
see
to
what she's gonna
300.
do. That the Man and Redman are on here too.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
It's about to go up. Adam Blackstone is playing with Money Long and Fantasia.
Wale, let's not forget. Wale is on
right?
here as well. R&B Only Fest alum.
Tasha Cobbs.
It's
going
so
up. Yeah, like this
it's
lineup
gonna be
is
great.
very
Shout out to DJ
eclectic,
Active
too.
too. Shout out to all the DJs on here.
Diamond Cuts.
Funk
see
Flex
you.
is on here. That's crazy, man. I grew up listening to Funk Flex.
Yeah, this lineup is insane. That's what I'm saying. Like to be on it in general, whether we have 5 minutes or an entire hour, it's a blessing just to see the brand on this flyer with it.
No doubt.
The marketing that this has, and just like the power that this has, is just it's insane.
And I think that also a big, Roots Picnic. I don't know what year they're on, but I mean I think that they're over 10 years in the game, like, and it's just consistency. It's really a testament to consistency, this thing. And I just want to, tip my hat to the good folks over there. Once again, shout out to Live Nation Urban. And, you guys are in for a treat. Yeah, you said you had questions.
I did. I mean, but you kind of answered them. My
Okay.
question was just seeing it like, from us pushing through the pandemic to now, you know, like you said, these
Yeah.
people were telling you no in the beginning. So you go, okay, I'm gonna throw my own festivals, to now they're working with us and telling us, yes, you can get on these stages. So I just wanted to know, you know, like somebody who's on the up and coming, or just somebody who's starting their journey out, like how do you even start to have a conversation like that to get on these festivals before we were even throwing our own, like the conversation that you were having, like from the pandemic to now, like the growth is insane, first of all. So how does that conversation even come about?
Yeah, that's a great question, T. I think that it's about leverage, right? So it's about like you want to make your spot on the lineup if you're an up and coming artist, right? You want someone to be like the way they're looking at booking this is like, how many tickets are these people worth in the market? So you don't want to seem like a favor. Either you're a buzzing artist that hasn't done too much touring, but people want to see you touring and there's a demand for you, but maybe you haven't gone out, and that's who you're going to see at the bottom of all lineups. But then, you know, that sort of mid-tier top level, they're banking on you having a hard ticket history of your own, where people are coming to see you and pay to see you, and they want to see you amongst other people. And really that just goes to like sales history. So it's like focus on your own ticket sales, hard tickets. And the difference between hard tickets and soft tickets is hard tickets are people coming specifically directly to see you. Soft tickets are a festival, right? Like where they're coming, maybe not, the tickets might have sold in already, you know, it doesn't matter like, you know, that you're on the bill necessarily. So I would just say like focus on your touring and focus on, you know, at first putting 50 to 75 people in the room. Then you go back to the market in a few months, try to put 300 people in the room. Then you go back after a new project, try to put 500 people, you know, and it just like goes from there.
Growth.
But I really think that, it's, you know, really just trying to be a ticket seller is the way that you get the eyeballs and attention of festival bookers.
Wow. Amazing. So moral of the story is never stop, never quit. Don't listen to these no's, because you can figure out a way around it.
That's fact.
Basically what we just found out from
Exactly.
Mr. Johnson. So
Exactly. So
we appreciate you coming on
yeah,
today.
all right. I'm going to let y'all get back to work.
Thank you.
I got some calls.
Roots Picnic.
We will see y'all June 1st and 2nd. Go to rootspicnic.com.
Get them tickets.
And go to rnbonly.com/calendar. You'll see all of our dates there for the rest of the shows and all festival appearances. All
Jabari
right.
Johnson,
Peace.
ladies and gentlemen. Jabari Johnson. Yeah, so Roots Picnic gonna be crazy. Festival season gonna be crazy in general. Like you said, make sure y'all go get them tickets. Rootspicnic.com, R&BONLY.com.
Honestly, one of my favorite. One of my favorite festivals.
Yeah, I think Roots Picnic is like one of my top festivals in the year. What about you?
No, yeah, Roots Picnic is, like I said, as a paying like customer, Roots Picnic be it.
I've never been,
no?
but I always watch the clips, and
great
my cousins
time.
and my homegirl go every single year. So to be on this lineup, finally, I'm finally saying, because I always say I'm never going to go to a festival unless I'm on it.
And boom.
Finally, here we go.
Boom.
But anyways,
one of many, the first of many.
Speaking of not going though, Chris Brown was invited to the All-Star game to play in the celebrity game, right? To actually play. And the NBA sent him a message back, or called them, however this works. I don't know how it works. Email.
Pigeon.
This was an email, because Chris Brown sent most of the email. And they said that he couldn't play because of sponsors, like family sponsors. And the one example they gave was like Ruffles. But they still invited him to sit courtside at the game and watch, and basically bring, you know, viewers to the game, because they can be, oh, Chris Brown, every time a timeout or commercial, oh, Chris Brown's courtside. So, you know, he was beefing with Ruffles. Well, I wouldn't say beefing with Ruffles, but he called them out because of, you know, this incident. And I'm sick and tired of people holding Chris Brown to something that he did almost 20 years ago at this point. You know, like, it's insane.
But also they had Karl Malone at the All-Star Weekend, all up and through the All-Star Weekend when it was in Utah, and we all know
not
that's
heard the allegations about this man. Like, I don't know how much stuff is true or not.
Yeah.
Is it just because we know the situation with Chris Brown is true? Like, I do not like, this man was 20 years old. This happened in 2009, 2008 or 9. I want to say it was 2009. I was in like 9th grade. It shows my age. I'm a little young, but a little old to some people. But anyway, yeah, he was like 20 years old. And let's get into it. He's a black man.
I feel like they're definitely throwing the book at him. But like, if that's
think about that
the
was like
standard
Leonardo DiCaprio.
if that's the standard that these companies want to keep,
They have to
right?
keep
Then it
them
has to be
all the way
across the
around.
board.
Exactly.
You can't pick and
Exactly.
choose.
You know what example I thought of?
Or don't invite him at all. Like, don't have him in the conversation at all.
Because
Like,
you know what
that's
you know
not
the
nice.
controversy that Chris Brown gives, right?
Right.
So if you're a brand like the NBA or the NFL, and you know that you're going to have family type viewers, family type sponsors, like why do you even put yourself in a situation where now it's questionable with the people that are representing your brand? We all know the controversy that Chris Brown holds to brands like that. We love Chris Brown. We just got done having this conversation. I'm tired of people holding them to the standard. However, the one example that I was thinking about, like from people who have messed up and have continued to grow, Robert Downey Jr., perfect example. This man struggled with drugs, was in jail. I think he was like arrested for DUIs and stuff, but like one night he was so high and drunk that he like broke into a neighbor's house and slept in the kid's bed and went to jail for 3 years for violating probation. But now this man is Iron Man. You get what I'm saying? Like, if Chris Brown was not a black man, would Chris Brown be Iron Man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this, it makes no sense. Like, and then after all of that, like, if you go on Ruffles' page right now, you will never, ever, ever, ever see them address somebody like individually. This is a chip brand.
Yeah.
What does Ruffles have to say to anybody? They gonna post.
Oh, they responded.
Yes, because Chris Brown posts like that he was asked to play in the game, and he posted the email. So Ruffles posted this statement. What did Ruffles say?
They said Ruffles sponsored last night's NBA All-Star Celebrity Game. However, we did not have any involvement in nor visibility to any player decisions or celebrity invite discussions. And them comments is off. Interesting.
They're a chip brand commenting back though.
Interesting.
Like,
I don't know.
It's a little insane that Chris Brown holds that much power. Not insane,
I
but
will
it's
say,
it's the Chris Brown fan club. What are they
I will
called?
say,
Do they have
although
a
he
name?
did address it on his like Instagram story, I'm glad that he's grown to a point where he don't have to like, he not blacking out to like doing OD to.
No, I think the way he addressed it
You know?
was like perfect. To show
Yeah, that's
people
growth.
that it's still this incident
It's
that
not
happened
right.
all these years ago are still
Right.
holding him back from even just playing in a game.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause I doubt you were even going to be compensated for this.
Also, we all know that the NBA All-Star Weekend, like that shit has been a snooze fest for a couple years now. Did anybody? I didn't even know it was on this weekend until I just happened
I
upon
knew it
it.
was on, but I fell asleep on it. I'm not
Like
gonna lie.
this shit has
it
been a
hasn't
snooze fest
been the
for mad
same
long.
since like the early 2000s. Like I used to feel like they used to really like. It hasn't been the same since they stopped playing defense. Let's just say that they don't play defense no more. It's just like an all-out half court.
But also,
free
even
throw
like,
shot,
I'm not even talking about like the game itself. I mean, like
Like
even
the whole weekend,
even
the events,
the
the skills
entire
challenge, the dunk
weekend, the
contest, the
dunk contest.
celebrity
When's the last time the dunk
game.
contest was like?
Well, I think that's the point. That's why they tried to get people like Chris Brown to come play in the celebrity game, because Chris Brown is actually, you know, like I feel like Chris Brown could low-key be in the NBA.
He be hooping,
You know, but
little
also his
Virginia
viewers
ass
and his
off.
fans, like that would have got viewers to
Yeah.
the game. But like we said, this is the NBA. Like I know half the NBA players have done stuff, you know, and they get to play in the game.
You got that little white boy in OKC that is like messing with some underage girl and the parent. Like,
I mean, he's
it's
on the
just-
All-Star game, but he's still in the NBA. But
they had
like they said,
Karl
the
Malone
NBA were
all
saying
up and through.
they had nothing to do with this. They said this was Ruffles, and then Ruffles throw it back and say, "We have
Wasn't me.
We have nothing to do with the invitees. Like this is
wasn't
all on
me.
the NBA. You shouldn't have invited people that you know can't represent my brand." So
The All-Star Weekend did have some moments. They did have some moments. They had Babyface singing the national anthem.
okay, shout out to R&B.
Shout out to R&B. They had Jennifer Hudson singing during the halftime show. Not
Shout
the
out to
halftime.
R&B. Yeah,
Is it
halftime. Yeah,
Okay.
shout out to
I'm still
R&B.
in Usher Bowl mode. You know,
You
what
know,
I'm saying?
I don't think that was the best decision, but shout out to J Hud.
Right.
We love you.
right?
Hold it down.
P.O.P.
Yeah, what's that? Damn, now I can't think of that song that I like. Y'all know, if you a real Jennifer Hudson song, you know what the hell I was just singing. Okay, leave it in the comments if you know. I think it's called "Think Like a Man." Yeah, it's in that Steve Harvey movie. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. That's why I be telling y'all. I know my R&B, and if you don't, get in them books. Anyway.
Can we just get one more replay? Give it to me.
Y'all, that is That is a classic Jennifer Hudson intro. If you don't know this song, I'm telling you, get in them R&B encyclopedias. Matter of fact, I'm gonna publish an R&B encyclopedia because half the stuff I'll be talking about, y'all be thinking I'm crazy, but these are straight facts. Anyway, Chris Brown responded with more on Ruffles.
What?
Ruffles, y'all. I'm trying to get back to what we was actually talking. Yeah, it surely did. Now I'm trying to get back to the Ruffles, but these celebrities and like, I don't think social media was made to respond to a chip company, but I don't know. He has a lot of stories to tell. He had a lot of stuff.
Better
on
be
his
glad
stories.
it was Ruffles and not like Wendy's or something. Wendy's be clapping back at these people.
Whoever it was, I feel like it was genuine because Chris Brown doesn't need, that publicity.
facts.
Like he said, he's not here for the clout chasing. He has no reason to lie. Like,
right.
And he told Ruffles to basically stand on business, stop lying.
Right.
That's what I said. The NBA threw it to Ruffles. The Ruffles threw it to the NBA.
And Chris Brown said, F the both of y'all.
Yeah. I don't know.
Respectfully. Right. Respectfully.
Yeah, it's an interesting conversation to talk about. Like, I think it's funny that Chris Brown really had beef with Chip, but
he handled it way better than
and
previous Chris Brown.
I'm tired of y'all treating Chris Brown like that.
Yeah.
Maybe Lay's will get at him. Is Lay's and Ruffles the same company? I don't think so. Potato Lay, Frito Lay, who they make?
No, I don't think they're the same. Because when Lay's be
Frito-Lay,
on sale, when
Chris
Lay's
Brown,
be
hit
on
him
sale,
up.
Ruffles don't be on sale.
You be shopping.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm tired of y'all beefing with Chris Brown. I think it's time for y'all to move on. And if we're going to keep doing that, then people like Robert Downey Jr. and all these other people that have messed up, just stop throwing the book to these black men who made a mistake when they was younger. Okay. Now, I can understand mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake. When somebody messes up in their childhood, it's a white man or a white woman or just not a black person in general, a person of color, y'all let them pass. Their careers, skyrocket. Look at, what did I just say? Druggy to Iron Man. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. People can recover and change their lives, but why can't we give that same, leeway to people like Chris Brown? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's okay to make a mistake. We're human. I said this before. No human is perfect. We are not God. We're going to make mistakes. So why do we just keep throwing the book at Chris Brown?
Yeah.
Over and over. I'm tired of that, but
over again.
Yeah. Halftime. I mean, not halftime. All-Star game. I don't know what was up with that NBA, but y'all got to get it together. Don't be inviting my man if you just gonna diss him like that. Don't give somebody's hopes up. Just we could have
just left him out of the conversation altogether. And
I think these celebrities they're using their social media to like just basically tell the truth. Because I remember back in the day, you would never know about stuff like this until you was in the line at the grocery store and you would see it on the tabloids.
Yeah.
But now we see everything firsthand, like this Ari Lennox situation. Apparently, she has a lookalike. Mm-hmm. Now, I thought the girl looked like Ari Lennox a little bit. Maybe not a twin, edgier. But when Ari Lennox posted a story and she did her hair just like the girl in the picture.
And makeup and stuff.
Yeah, and then the next picture was the girl, and it had me looking like, oh, is this Ari Lennox?
It was cute.
And I was like, oh, that's not Ari Lennox, but it looks like her. And then like a few stories later, she's like, y'all, that is not me. Mm-hmm. So people obviously thought that was her. Mm-hmm. So she goes on live. She's talking about it. However, in this live, she's not like disrespecting this woman or any type of way. She's saying that honestly, she thinks like the woman is prettier than her and she knows how to like wear makeup better and she knows how to dress. And I just think there's just one part where she said like, stop, like, I guess comparing me to these regular people. Mm-hmm. I'm not her and this is not me. And whatever she said, the blog ran, a blog posted like
just
they always
a snippet of it,
a snippet of her live stream, and they ran with it, and now she's getting hate for it. Once again, after all this Rod Wave situation and the helmet, the water bottles, like it just seems like Ari Lennox is always in the news, and I think it's because of the way that she uses her social media.
Yeah, and of course she's not one to like get the brunt out of anything and sit back and just take it. So she came back again and responded and said, you took a snippet like all of you weak ass blogs do.
Every time.
Shade Room, Neighborhood Talk, Live Bites, whatever, and leave me to your low IQ self-hating wolves of a fan base to obliterate me. Now that's a vocabulary for your ass.
No, she can speak.
Yeah.
That's what she was saying, like, here you go. I think it was the Jasmine brand that posted it.
Yeah.
She's like, here go your weak ass promo.
Yeah.
Some free stuff.
She said, you want to go low? You can go to hell with it.
But why is that though? Why do they, and I feel like Ari Lennox is a person that they do it to all the time. They take her live.
They know they're going to get a reaction out of her.
One part
they're gonna get a reaction
out of
her.
context, and they throw it up with the wrong caption. It has nothing to do with what she's talking about, and then everybody goes in on her. Like the internet is the biggest gang.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why they do that to Ari Lennox. But yeah, like your reaction. Then she said some crazy shit. Like you can choke on ass all night.
She said, when did y'all decide y'all hate me so bad? Was it for knowing my damn worth? Y'all hate me for stating my opinion. The truth is, I think she is prettier than me. Maybe
Right,
that's
what
why
she
I
said.
do not think we look alike. And that's just how I feel. All of you can literally choke on ass tonight.
And I think that's exactly what they wanted out of you, Ari. Sometimes you just gotta sit down and be quiet. Like, where is her social media manager? Where is her what is it called? A PR, AR, what is it?
She
PR?
be taking like really long blips off social media.
She
Like,
does,
I don't think
a
she has
lot.
a Twitter anymore. Like she goes really long stints without social media because I think she recognizes that she's easily triggered by a lot of the things that people say online. Which rightfully so, because I don't have nearly as much notoriety as she does. And like even when I see a negative comment, I'd be quick to be like, delete.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta delete.
I mean,
and
even
it's
if you don't
easier
delete,
said than
sometimes
done.
you just gotta just not read them shit. You know, like
it's easier said than done though, because
It
like
is.
these people
it is, and we don't have too many followers, like you said. We're not
Right.
dealing with that same type of.
we're not
publicity and
nearly as much.
people in our
not
face,
nearly
where
as
every
much.
time you get on live, it's thousands of people coming here looking to
Yeah.
see what you say. But
Yeah.
I think that really is what it is, though. She reacts to stuff like the same way Soulja Boy reacts to stuff in the media. That's why they test him and throw stuff at him
exactly
because
that.
they know they're gonna get
exactly
something out
that.
of him.
I
They're
feel
never
like
gonna go
people they used
viral.
to do that with Chris Brown for mad long because
They
they knew
did.
they were gonna get a reaction out
They
of him.
did, and he doesn't react that way no more
Anymore.
I mean,
I
he
think
still did post
Ari,
that ruffle shit.
but he kept it real light.
Yeah,
He
it
kept
wasn't. It
real,
wasn't as bad as
real-
this Ari
yeah,
situation.
He kept
well,
it
not
real
bad,
light.
but I would say as long.
It wasn't as blown out of
and
proportion,
detailed.
and yeah. But
Yeah.
I think she'll eventually get to a place where like she'll realize that it's just not worth it. It's not worth it for her mental and like it's just not worth it to react because like we said, it's just that's what they want. That's why they keep picking at her and like making her shit the source of
Yeah, I'm honestly tired of these brands though. These blogs doing that. Like
Yeah.
I think
if
there's
you follow
some
the shade
good in
room.
them. There's some good in them when it comes to promoting and like keeping people updated with news. But
Yeah, I
however,
can
when
find
you do
that
stuff like
information
this, like
elsewhere.
it's like they do stuff like this and make it like firsthand news, but it's not the truth. It's
Yeah.
almost like fake news. They're just trolling people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's plenty of blogs like that.
Yeah.
And
Do you
I
follow the
can't-
shade room?
No, but some way I see a
It's
shade
always
room
gonna
post
end up on
every
your
single
Explorer.
day.
It's gonna end up on my Explore page.
Yeah, whether it's on
but
my Explore
it's
page
not-
or a story that somebody that's why I try to stay off Instagram.
Mm.
Like I really just try and use Instagram to post stuff for work because, like you said, just like with this Ari situation, you go on Instagram and you start reading comments, especially with us
No.
doing this podcast,
Yeah.
and then like our producers taking stuff and like only putting clips so that y'all can go back and see the context. That's what happens. Like if you go in there and read them comments, if
They
you're
be
not a
big
strong
mad.
person,
They be
you might
big
lose
mad.
like so.
They be
You have to
big
use social
mad.
media for a tool rather than a social
Yeah.
construct because
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
not what it is anymore. This is not MySpace. This is not AIM.
She'll grow. I
This
feel like
is not
she's had a
2011
bunch
Facebook.
of I feel she's had a bunch of these run-ins with these blogs, and I feel like
Yeah, especially since that
she's
Rod Wave tour.
Yeah, that Rod Wave tour. Even the shit with Joe Budden podcast, like there was a back and forth with them. It's just been a lot.
She didn't do anything. What did people just
leave her alone?
I'm on your side now, Ari. I'm like,
Yeah,
why do
leave
y'all
her
hate Ari
alone.
Lennox? Because what did she do?
Leave her alone.
She didn't do nothing.
My girl not drinking no more.
Right, she's living her best life, trying to get her head
Just
right,
getting
like
her
anxiety's
shit together,
getting good,
you
she's
feel me?
traveling good. Like I'm proud of you, Ari. Like
You know what I'm saying?
I know sometimes it's a little hard to not respond to the BS, but meditate.
definitely easier said
don't
than
get in them
done.
comments. How about maybe take a break off Instagram again?
Make a
or
little
have a
group
social
chat.
media manager.
Make a little group chat and
Yeah.
really let it
go in the
loose
group chat.
in the
Send
group
audio
chat.
messages. Get a social media manager. Let them run your social media just for business. Because
Don't put just anybody in that group chat either.
Yeah.
Don't put just anybody in that hoe. But
You can still have some personality, but just like
journal it out.
and filter it through somebody. Like you
Yeah.
need talk to the girl who run the Dr. Miami page. Matter of fact, Ari Lennox. Okay, call her up. I think her name is
Santana
Santana
be on it with Dr.
yeah,
Miami.
Ari, call her. Matter of fact, call me. I'm not the best, but I know what not to and what to
Don't
post.
call T.
Okay, Ari.
Don't call T.
You can call me Ari. It's all good. Call me, Ari. My number is psych. I'll give it to you on the low. DM me on Instagram, Ari Lennox. I want to be your friend anyway. But anyway, yeah, I'm sorry this happened to you, Ari. I'm sorry these blogs keep doing that to you. But I can understand why.
We don't hate you. We love you over here.
We do. Let me see my one heart. We do love you, but you just gotta stop responding to the bullshit, and and they'll stop hitting you with it. But you know where they didn't add Ari Lennox at is Spotify chose like the classic hip hop and R&B albums of the streaming era. Mm-hmm. There was no Ari Lennox in there.
That's crazy.
Shea Butter Baby for sure.
What?
Now I don't know if that album just went double platinum in my car.
No, it went triple in my whip.
Shit out of that.
Yeah, between that, Scissors Control, and Summer Walker's Over It, because they all came out like
around the same time.
Those three. What? Now, and Chasing Summer, I'm gonna add Chasing Summer in there.
Chasing Summer is not on this. Okay, so let's talk about this list. So first of all, what is this list officially called? Spotify chose the classic hip hop and R&B albums of the streaming era, which is 2015 to present. So
they got some good ones on there. I'm not gonna hold you. They got some good ones on there.
What's the number one they had? Malibu.
Was it ranked in a specific order?
No, I don't think it was ranked in an order. They're just posted on here. Now,
so
first
no order.
Just the list.
We know that Rolling Stones one
had an order.
This
one is just posted up. There's no numbers by it.
Best.
So I think we should if you want to see the whole list, go look it up. Spotify, classic hip hop and R&B albums of the streaming era. But we're gonna run through the R&B ones. Okay. So first few.
Lemonade and Renaissance are both on there.
Yes.
Along with Trap Soul by Bryson Tiller and Mother by Cleo Soul, which, of course, Freudian? Is that how it's pronounced? I don't know. But that album, Daniel Caesar's album.
I'm not even going to try it because I don't want to sound dumb on this podcast. I mean, this show.
But that Daniel Caesar album, that one also went triple platinum. That's Daniel Caesar album.
What about Anderson .Paak? Do you consider him R&B? Malibu?
I don't consider it R&B.
No?
It was a great
Sometimes
album.
He be having some melodies and harmonies.
He can get in his R&B bag. I don't think that album was.
Now Malibu is the one that has Silicon Valley on it. He's singing on that. What's behind them tickle bitty? They say the heart
we can Malibu. Anderson .Paak is on there.
What's the word they use at the Grammys?
Alternative or experimental.
Experimental. It's just not contemporary.
Yeah, it's
but
not
that's R&B.
Pure R&B, but it's R&B-esque. I'll give
Blonde.
it to him. Okay.
Now, when I was looking at this list, I was almost like, damn, Channel Orange is not on there. But then I was like, 2015.
Oh.
To present.
You did have to download Channel Orange.
That was a CD.
Yeah.
So more streaming R&B. We got HER.
Yeah.
HER, self-titled album.
Ego Death.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Now, I was happy that they made it because Ego Death, the internet, I think it's a straight no skip.
Yeah.
It might be one song on there that I don't play, and I think it's like a second half of a song that I skip the song when it's like 5 minutes in.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The album is no skip.
Okay.
Hotels.
Skits and all.
Yeah. I play the whole thing.
Yep.
All the way through. Now, just an honorable mention, 444 by Jay-Z, Damn,
Classic.
and To Pimp a Butterfly by
Classic.
Kendrick Lamar on here. And I just want to say clap, clap, plus victory lap. Now, Rihanna.
As it should be.
Anti was probably, I think that's her most streamed album. I mean, that's when streaming came out, obviously. But that album in particular, huge. R&B, what else we got? Over
Control,
It, like you said.
Over It.
Summer
A Seat
Walker,
at the Table.
Control. Yes,
Solange.
A Seat at the Table. Now, that was a big one for me to see on there. I'm happy that they're giving her flowers.
Big facts.
Yeah. But
we also have, I know it's not really R&B, but Flower Boy, Tyler the Creator. Flower Boy and Call Me If You Get Lost are both on there.
Alternative
like I
R&B.
said, I think Tyler can get in his R&B bag when he wants to.
Yeah.
R&B-esque bag.
Yeah. That's some alternative.
I'm not mad at it. Chasing Summer should have been on there.
Yeah, Chasing Summers and Shea Butter Baby, I feel like
definitely should have been on there.
And then what I was thinking about, I do like the list, but I was thinking about some albums I think could have made the cut if streaming was available 2010 to before. But Channel Orange, I said that one. But House of Balloons.
If I think that was one of my first concerts.
Really?
Yeah.
The Weekend?
Mm-hmm. I went by myself too in Miami. It's a great time.
If streaming was out then, I would say from 2000 to now, I have a couple albums that I would add to this list.
Those are some good honorable mentions. Yeah, those are good.
2020 Experience. Keisha Cole's first album.
When did that come out? That came out in 20...
That was 2004 or 5.
Okay. No,
that's what I'm saying. If we go,
we took it back too far.
No, that's what I'm saying. If streaming was back all the way in 2000, There's some classic albums I know would have been streamed the shit out of.
In
the same way
this,
they're doing it now.
in this section, definitely Shea Butter Baby and definitely Chasing Summer.
Yeah, in the last 10 years.
Those two really
Yeah, Sir deserves more recognition for,
big facts.
you know, the R&B that he's putting out. But yeah, I mean, I think they did a good job with this list. I'm not mad at it.
You know who's not on that list?
Who?
There's no Chris Brown on that list.
A classic streaming album in the last 10 years?
Nah,
I'm trying to
his
think of
best
something
albums. His best albums were
something that you
behind
could
him by that
stream.
time. Yeah, no, his best albums were.
I mean, Indigo is pretty high, no? Maybe not straight through. I mean, that's Chris
Nah,
Brown.
yeah.
Yeah, albums be having like 50 songs on them.
My gosh,
Now
and
you
that's
talking
before
about-
the deluxe version.
Right, you talking about
Goodness
dropping the deluxe of
gracious.
1111. I haven't even got through
Heavens,
all
we're
of 1111
tired.
yet.
We're tired.
I haven't even got through it.
Yeah, it's a lot of music for sure. And that's why I think I appreciate artists who like really hone in on what they want. Like Hotels, like that is an album, that is a body
Yeah,
of work. Like
it's a project.
it's a project.
Everything
I
makes sense.
appreciate that.
The same with
I appreciate
Renaissance.
that. Yeah.
And I think that's where people like Chris Brown are falling off because he's just, it seems like
It's
he's
these
just putting out
one-offs,
music,
yeah.
you know? And a lot of the songs don't really make sense. There's no flow to the project. Like, I love the music. All the songs sound good individually, but when you
Right.
listen to them straight through,
As a collective,
it makes no sense. Like, you know, this first song you talking about clubbing and being out with the hoes. Next song you in love. The next
Yeah.
song you want to have
I
your
like
baby. The next song
those-
you got
those projects
whips
as a
and chains. Like,
collective.
you know, like I need it to make sense. you
like
know?
I know how one song flows into another when I think about Control, when I think about Shea Butter Baby, when I think about
Renaissance.
Like what? I know that set list.
Even Anti.
I know that set list.
I haven't heard an album like Anti in a minute, and I think that's what's taking Rihanna so long because you really.
Baby is not worried about the music. That's
I
what's
wouldn't
taking
be either.
Baby
Your
so
last
long.
album is Anti, and you're a
That's
billionaire
what's
off of
taking
your
her
makeup
so long.
product.
Baby is not worried about that music. Shit, I just bought something off Fenty last night. Like,
See,
I'm part of the problem.
I don't think it's a problem though. I think it's fine. I got Fenty on my face right now.
Her.
But I mean, I didn't like the albums that I do see on here that are classics. Control, Over It. The second ones of Over It, Still Over It, didn't hit the same.
Didn't hit the same.
I like SOS. Don't like
I
it as
don't-
much as Control.
Yeah, I don't like it as much as Control though. And I just saw on Apple TV they have her show from I want to say Barclays. No.
Oh, a live show.
The live like from her tour
Oh,
run.
SZA.
Yeah, SZA's tour run. And like I said, I don't like SOS as much as I like Control. It's alright. I don't hate
I think
it.
it's just because Control is such a classic. Like we're just never going to let it go. It's
I don't
like Confessions
hate
for
it.
Usher, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't hate SOS. I just don't like it
it's
as
a
a
great
collective
album.
as much. I don't like it as a collective as much. I think there's maybe like 4 songs that I like really rock with off of it. The rest of it I didn't really give a third. I probably gave it like a second or third listen, but like I didn't listen to it beyond.
Yeah.
But watching the performance on Apple TV,
Made you like it more?
I wasn't mad at it.
Maybe I need to watch it.
It was
'Cause
good.
I've never seen SZA live and I've never really cared to.
I've seen her live, I want to say twice. I saw her once at Trill Electra in DC. And I saw her another time. I don't remember where else I saw her, but not for her own show. Like I haven't seen her concerts
Yeah,
like
I've
at a
never-
festival or something.
I've never seen
It
that.
was good. The visuals were whoo.
I'm sure they would be. She seems like it would be a trippy
The
or like
production was great. They
very
had the
visual
scene where
show.
she was like in this like sailboat and she's like basically like floating
Oh,
over
in the water.
crowd.
Yeah.
And then the lights make it look like she's
I
like
think
on
I
the-
actually
it's
saw that
so
on TikTok.
Good.
I did see a few of the visuals and the production, how crazy
It's
they
so
were.
good. It's so good.
I
And
wonder how
that made me a
Solange is
fan of it.
in shows.
Have you seen that video of her saying blacks can black to that white man?
Yeah.
That shit, yes.
Happy Black History Month. It's still BHM. Still BHM around here. But yeah, I would love to see Solange live and I'm waiting for some new music.
Yeah, for sure.
'Cause the seat
She's
at
in
the
the
table
arts now,
was-
baby.
I
She's
mean,
in the arts.
She been in the arts because the seat at the table was a piece of art. It was a masterpiece.
But a different medium.
yeah.
She's
Here we go, different
she's in a
medium.
different medium. Shout
Yeah.
out to Vince Staples, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I ain't mad at this list though. Out of everything on here though, I would say Ego Death. Like if I had to order these,
Mm-hmm.
I would put like Ego Death, A Seat at the Table, Over It, Control, and Renaissance in the top 5. No order, but that's my top 5.
One more time, you would put what 5? Ego
Okay,
Death.
Ego Death.
Uh-huh.
What else did I say?
Control.
Control,
Over it.
Over It,
A seat at the table.
Renaissance.
Okay, that's a solid 5.
Anti needs to be in there too, though. So that's what I'm like. There's no order. However, that's my top 5.
For me, that Daniel
streaming.
Caesar album needs to be in there too.
It's not in my top. Now I
That
like
shit is
it,
in my
but
top 5.
as far as what I was streaming in my Jetta going platinum, Renaissance still gets played to this day.
Facts.
The
biggest facts.
Still gets played to this day. Like I be living on that song. Just saying, I tried. Like that's me right now. That Keisha Cole sample in that song. OMG. Ego Death is a banger. Oh shit, I forgot Hotels too.
You know what we were just talking about?
I
was talking about top 10 for shit, sure.
Yeah.
We were talking, well, I don't know who I was talking about this with, but they were saying that the internet is kind of like the modern day Wu-Tang Clan, where like they all can like individually, like Steve Lacy, Sid, they can all individually do their thing, but then also come back together as a collective and like
have a whole group.
And have a whole.
You know, I never thought of it like that.
Yeah, I thought that was an interesting
more of like
perspective.
Earth, Wind, and Fire or Gap Band for some reason. I don't know why. I think it's because they all play. Well, most of them play instruments and they're a live band. I think that's the vibe I got. But yeah, nobody's doing it like the internet right now. Aren't they putting the album out? We talked about that a few weeks ago. I saw that
fingers
online.
crossed. They in the studio allegedly.
I saw that online. Right, allegedly. It's a rumor.
They in the studio.
I'm trying to hear some boom cat.
Live. I love live music.
In the studio. Chris Brown also said what we said. He dropping the deluxe. Whoop-de-doo, Chris. Like, how many more songs gonna be on it? This gonna be a 100-track album.
They finna be on your ass about Chris again.
Chris.
They gonna be on your ass.
I love you, but so I have an opinion too. That's what this show is for. To say the facts.
Her.
And then the opinion. The fact is, Chris Brown is dropping 1111 Deluxe. The fact is, the regular album had enough songs on it. The opinion is
the regular album was supposed to have 11 songs.
We don't want to hear 100 tracks because I can't sit down and listen. Like, we are in 2024.
The attention span is this big.
This long. That's why, like, the most populated and the videos with millions and stuff of views, they're 5 seconds long. 5 to 7 seconds long.
Crazy.
Chris, like, even if you put out an album with 100 songs that were 1 minute, like, that's still too long because when we see it,
don't give him no bright ideas, girl.
When we see it, we're gonna be like, that's too much. Now, Chris Brown, we love you. If the album had a concept, no, it would probably make more sense. Or if you hit us with an A side, B side, or like a 1 and 2. But it's like the whole album be having 45 tracks. How many songs is the deluxe gonna have? Is the deluxe gonna be a totally different album?
That's basically what he said. He said the deluxe sound like a whole new album. We finna have some fun this summer. 11/11 tour.
I thought he was already on tour.
I don't know, girl.
Tour part 2, act 2. He said, you think Beyonce the only one that can give you acts? How about a deluxe whole nother tour?
He didn't really say that, y'all.
That's basically what he said.
He didn't really say that, y'all.
I'm trying to
never mentioned Beyonce.
We should go.
No, big facts.
Yeah.
Big
but
facts.
we love you, Chris.
Have you seen him live before?
Yes, I have. And it wasn't the best show, but I think it just wasn't his best show. Like, I don't think he was like into it that night because I've seen clips of performances and I'm like, okay, Chris Brown be doing his Thug Thizzle. But when I went to see him at the Forum with my sisters, it wasn't giving Thug Thizzle. It was giving Thug Drizzle. So
just gonna let
Chris,
that sit.
I'm gonna give you one more chance. But I think back then, you know, he was going through it. You was doing a little. Allegedly, that's what they said online. I'm just stating what I know.
Tiara, they finna be at your neck.
Don't Wendy Williams.
I'ma have your back. I'ma have your back.
Have
but
it,
that's
like chiroprac. But y'all didn't do this to Wendy Williams. All I'm doing is stating the facts. This is the same stuff that y'all read in the grocery store.
They did literally that to Wendy Williams.
Forget it. I don't want to hear nothing else about Chris Brown on this show because y'all will kill me in the comments. What dropped this week? New music, new R&B. R&B is not dead. It's alive and well. I'm tired of hearing y'all say that.
Great new music. Keith Sweat back at it again. Keith Sweat dropped something for us on Valentine's Day. You know how he make it hot and steamy. Outside of that, we had Jordan Ward dropped his Spotify single and remade Waiting in Vain, which Daniel Caesar had done for the Bob Marley movie. It was like purely coincidence. I like both versions. I like all three versions.
They are good.
The original, the Daniel Caesar. Nobody. But the Daniel Caesar and the Jordan Ward version are nice. I did a sleeper. Tiara Whack dropped a new song called 27 Club.
Yeah.
Not only is the song itself really, really good, you know, that baby's a rapper, but she be getting in that R&B bag. And when she does,
for real.
and when she does, but also the visuals.
bomb.
She's such a
She
creative.
gives me like new age Missy Elliott vibes.
You know what?
You know, the creative part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the way like she raps and just different and just trying to be.
Her visual, like her mind, outstanding.
And I like her because we got the same name, spelled different, same name. Shout out to
so
you, TT.
unique.
Y'all don't want to hear about Santa Barbara this weekend. I heard my name was unique. How many Tiaras do y'all know? Because I know a few. And I know a few Sierra, so how unique is that? Anyway,
so
what else dropped, Jovy?
Shay's Universe dropped an EP called Love's Letter.
I'm loving her.
I love her sound.
love her
and
voice.
she's a British babe.
Right, we was talking about her last week.
Can't wait to get her.
Biscuits and tea.
Biscuits and tea.
Yeah, I like
and
Shay Universe.
crumpets.
Yeah.
Can't wait to get her for singing in the shower. We see you, girl. Also got a project by Pip Millett. It's called Tell Jimmy. I like her. She's a little alternative girly too, but I like her sound.
I wonder what Jimmy she talking about.
We got us a Jimmy. No, a lot of new music. Good music. Sinead Harnett also dropped a song.
Yeah, it's fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like her sound. She has
coming up.
She has like a
What, soulful, eclectic,
yeah, it just like sounds so
flowy,
like,
Sade-ish,
like these movements. It just
neo
sounds-
soul-y.
Yeah, I like
bust
that.
a wine one time. But like we say every single week, R&B is alive and well. It ain't
Her.
going nowhere. If you want it, you just gotta go search for it because they ain't
Or
playing it like they used to.
You can go to new.rnbonly.com
Yes.
and get the new music sent directly to your emails every week.
every single week.
Every
like we
week.
say, it's alive and well. My name is Tiara Monique.
Back at it like crack addict. I'm Jovy E.
And make sure y'all go get them tickets. rnbonly.com/calendar. It's a show coming to you, a festival coming to you. Oh, rootspicnic.com too. Get them tickets. We out.
R&B only.